Stuart's journey through Switzerland's breathtaking landscapes by Cogwheel train, exploring the Matterhorn
Croaking
and
away,
witnessing
sort of.
engineering
And we'd
marvels.
gone up on one of these cogwheel trains. I don't know whether you know about those, but we went from a place that we were staying at, another fabulous hotel. I'll send you a couple of pictures of that one too, in a place called Zermatt. And this town of Zermatt is at the base of the Matterhorn, and all the climbers and the hikers and everybody goes there. So it's very touristy, but it's also very Swiss, although we are very close to the French and Italian borders because we're right at the bottom of Switzerland there. And we went on this cogwheel train, and at the top, it was incredible, as you could see from the little bit of footage. And I've got a little sequence which I've not sent to you yet, but I will send it to you in the next day or two, or in the next hour or two. And I filmed a little chapel that was there, and it's just the outside of the chapel. And I'm sort of trying to show people again what it's like up there. And the engineering and whatever, and the weather was just unreal. It was glorious, completely cloud-free sky. It was wonderful. So that last 4 days was actually the best part of the holiday because the cruise, and I picked it. I got chastised for this again as usual.
Talking about the cruise,
Because we,
chose it.
I did choose it. Yeah, that's right. I did choose it. I was moaning about the Parisians because even the rest of France don't like the Parisians, and Paris was still Paris. And so we had a couple of days there. Then we got transferred onto the ship, and we did the Moselle. Now we've never done the Moselle before, so that was enjoyable. But then we joined at Koblenz, where we'd done Koblenz. I don't know whether we did Koblenz with you, but that's the junction of the Rhine and the Moselle. And then we went down the Rhine towards Basel. And we'd done a lot of that before, still very enjoyable. Because we'd got different people to talk to. As I say, they were all fighting for their little place on the Brits table. And so that made it quite pleasant. So yeah, I mean, it was really, really good. But the really icing on the cake was the fact that we went to these places on these cogwheel trains. We did another train called the Glacial or the Glacial Express, and that was for about 5 hours. We actually had a meal on the train, and that again was normal rails. Then it went on to cog rails, so it could pull up these incredible gradients. And the Swiss being the Swiss, they just either go through it or over it. Doesn't seem to bother them. Their engineering is unreal, unreal. So that was really, really spectacular and enjoyable. Where they basically 150 years ago, the Brits started doing rock climbing in Switzerland, and they thought this is incredible. The Victorians rolled up, and the Swiss thought we're going to make something of this. We got these people. The railways had just started coming in the 1860s, and they thought we're going to get the tourists in. The British are coming. Everyone else will start to follow, and that's what happened. And the Jungfrau again is another mountain, but up the top end of Switzerland. And when we went to the Jungfrau, that was absolutely rampacked. It was unpleasantly crowded. But when we went to the Matterhorn, you got the same setup where they even got a hotel up there. They got restaurants up there. They got a little museum up there. They got this beautiful little chapel up there as well, which I suspect had been built during the Victorian times, so that they could have a blessing of God when they went off climbing or walking, that they would come back safely. And I did a little tiny piece on that, which I'll send to you. But yeah, I went and found a quieter spot, but it wasn't mega busy. it was still busy, but not as bad as the other mountain we went to the year before.